Hey guys, this is Victor, the Wise Traditions Nutritionist from Vitagenics, and today I'm going to speak to you about the protocol. Now, I've always said I really don't want to have my own protocol, and technically it's not. It's really how I develop a protocol for each individual person, but built on a foundation. So this is about the foundational elements for my holistic approach to wellness, the things that I think are critical. Now, listen, you really got to have context. So, you really should have my course. You should go through the course, and then you would look at this protocol as kind of a cheat sheet. But again, context is everything. You go through the course, you learn about hidden dangers, secret solutions. You get much more context about everything, about the balance of detoxing and nourishing, being overloaded by toxins, etc. So all of these things are really important, but I know, of course, everybody, they just want a quick list. They want a protocol. And so here it is. Here is the list of things that I find as being kind of crucial or fundamental, or at least most of them. And now get this, actually, a lot of people can't use all of these things. So whenever you hit a brick wall and you say, I can't do this, I can't do that, that's okay because we have workarounds, and there's always an alternative. So I have ways to slot in other things, but this is kind of the goal. This protocol, this is the foundation or the foundation elements, and there are so many things beyond that. So anyway, I'm going to go through these really quickly, and I've got other videos to go in depth, even free videos to explain all these different things, and I have blog posts. But again, really, you should go get the course Heal, Shield, Live, because that really helps you to understand more deeply. All right, so moving ahead, let's start off with the broth. Number one, you want to feed the body. And of course, this is part of that holistic approach, but you want to feed the body. Broth is like the number one thing. And we could be talking about broth, soup, stew. There's a lot of different words here, a lot of different language. If you come from a culinary background, you're going to use different words depending on what part of the world you come from, like goulash, gumbo, etc. The key point that they share, or when you make them, the key point you want to do is you're trying to get nutrition from nose to tail, meaning everything in the animal. And you want to cook at low heat for a long time. The amount of time you cook is going to depend. Again, I've got videos on that. The type of animal you eat doesn't matter so much. The idea is to try to get a lot of nutrition. And, the soup, broth, stews, when you prepare them the right way, it's also pre-digested. So it's really easy for you to absorb, and you get like all of these key nutrients. So that's kind of number one. And if you can't do that, right? Because some people are going to say, like, wow, I can't do that for whatever reason. We have alternatives. That's when certain supplements might become necessary for a short time, because the goal is to get you to eat as a human eats, as a healthy human eats. Okay, so don't worry if you feel you can't do something. I'll help you find your path towards it. Okay, so moving on. Again, feeding the body. Kefir, man, is like my number one thing on the probiotic side. And when you start talking about probiotics, you're actually also talking about detoxing. And this is not really mentioned, but it's really important. And when I'm talking about kefir, ultimately I'm talking about a homemade kefir from raw milk that is double fermented. Again, lots of free videos. I also have a course on kefir, but I can get you the knowledge you need to get you started. And again, kefir, like broth, is like pre-digested. Man, the microbes break up everything, the fats, the carbs, even the proteins. Not completely, but it helps you a lot. It provides you like everything you need. Amazing stuff. So now, and it's like I said, in addition to detoxing or in feeding the body, it's detoxing. And again, I also know not everybody can do kefir, right? So if you can't handle kefir, you can't handle yogurt, maybe you can't handle dairy at all, it's okay. We have ways around that. We have alternatives, ways to step you towards that with other fermented foods. Okay, but this is a goal if you can use it. It's not necessary for everybody. I'm not saying these things are absolutely needed. You can heal without them, but these are the most powerful tools that I know. And again, we're going to move on. I'm just trying to get through the stuff in the protocol here. Now I'm going to go to MSM. So I'm already stepping away from the food. There's a lot of other good food, like eggs, organ meats, etc. But let's get through this. All right, so MSM. Why do I talk about MSM? Actually, this is the first supplement I'm talking about. It's an organic sulfur. It's really highly bioavailable, very easy for the body. It has so many critical benefits. It helps reduce histamine issues if you happen to have them. It helps you with methylation. It's feeding you. It is a supplement, and it's feeding you sulfur that you need, and it's a huge boost to your detox also, and a huge boost to your healing, because like all your tissues and stuff need sulfur. Sulfur is very important for us, and not everybody can get it. Some people say they have sulfur allergies, but it's not actually sulfur. It's just certain sulfur compounds. MSM is actually a workaround for a lot of those people. Again, I have a video. You watch the video, you learn more. Take the courses, you'll learn more. I'm just telling you, these are the critical things in the protocol. Okay, so again, feeding the body, detoxing the body. Now, if you can't tolerate MSM, or you think, like I said, you think you can't tolerate sulfur, it's no problem. You can probably tolerate MSM. If you can't tolerate MSM, that's telling us something like, okay, wow, you're probably low on your B vitamins. And so we'll do something about that. Or you might have too many oxalates in your diet. We'll do something about that. So again, there are always workarounds. So don't worry about the questions like thinking if you can't do something, we'll resolve it. All right, so moving forward. Okay, so let's talk about magnesium oil now, the second supplement I'm talking about. And again, I'm talking about both feeding the body and detoxing the body, because magnesium oil is so important for so many things. I can't list them all. Again, I have many videos on this, so just go watch the videos. I'm listing just some key things here. So it's like a cheat sheet for you, right? The protocol is like a cheat sheet. You want to go find stuff in the course, find stuff on my YouTube channel, etc. It is so very important. And another thing that is really very important, or a third aspect, is energizing your mind, your body, your electrical health. So not only is magnesium an electrolyte, but it's a very important electrolyte, good, very important for heart health, among other things, brain health, etc. And electrical health, we're going to talk more again when we get into like sunshine and grounding also. And this is very, very important. So anyway, enough on magnesium oil. Go watch the other videos. And let's talk about another thing now, clay and zeolite. Now, really, this is really where I'm focusing on detox. However, a lot of people that are, they really suffer with brain fog, anxiety, depression, etc. And when you detox, a lot of times you can eliminate that really quickly. And so again, you feel energized. It's really a huge help. And there's so many different ways to energize your mind and body. It's not just like trying to, for example, it's not only about like adrenal fatigue or something like that. There are many different things. So anyway, the clays and the zeolites, and I'll recommend certain ones. I actually have calcium bentonite clay listed, but there are so many different clays we can use. It's quite flexible. I like to use a blend. When we get into the zeolite, I really only recommend the PBX and the PB. I could recommend some others on occasion. And these things are just amazing for getting the poisons out, because we live in a world that is beyond normal toxicity, right? It's perhaps beyond what we are equipped for. And so we might need assistance. And a lot of times people, they can't heal without the assistance of these kinds of tools. And so again, holistic healing, we want to address we want to address health, wellness from all angles, try to make sure we got everything covered. And like even for me, it's not only about just keeping myself energized or just detoxing my body. Um, it's again, that's the big one, but it's more than that, right? So um, I look at, especially the PBX, I look at as a shield to protect me. And clay too, I'll do that on occasion. I'll take clay. Like, look, I'm not ill. I don't have any issues, but I use the PBX zeolite every day. And occasionally I'll use the clays because I'm just trying to shield myself because, hey, I don't know what's out there. And I know that probably there are more toxins than I'm capable of handling. And so I'll keep these things in my routine forever. And especially when you're healing, they're so helpful. Okay, anyway, moving forward, we got to keep going. I got to try to keep this short. Colloidal Silver. Again, just go look at the videos, and I have tons of stories. I've seen silver do miraculous things. This is, again, it's huge. It's a little bit tricky with silver. Like, where do I classify this when I take a holistic view? Because basically silver is also a shield, and it's not exact, it's not like it's boosting your energy because we use silver or something, but it gets rid of pathogens, right? And it's not exactly detoxing. It could give us actually like negative detox effects, meaning like die off, because it's killing off the bad pathogens. And so that's, that's detoxing organic stuff, so to say, right? It's not pulling out heavy metals or anything like that, but it really helps us in a lot of ways. It really boosts healing, wound healing. And there is, um, if you look at the work of Dr. Beck, or I'm sorry, Dr. Becker, Dr. Robert Becker, and you look at the book The Body Electric, he talks about how silver actually is a nutrient. And so in that case, we could look at it as feeding the body when we use colloidal silver. And however you want to look at it, what it does for us is just beyond question. So again, go look at the videos, articles, etc., and you'll understand. And it's just such a huge way to boost your healing and protect you, and keep you shielded from pathogens that might be beyond what we are capable of fighting against at any given moment. So again, just take a look, watch the other videos. All right, so moving on. This one I haven't talked about enough, really. And effective microbes, or what we call EM, is the expression EM is actually coined by Dr. Higa out of Japan. And this is good for so many things that I don't even know where I could possibly classify this, because it's feeding the body probiotics. It's not a nutrient, right? So it's really a probiotic, and it helps. So of course it helps us to detox the body. Um, and it, when you're doing that, you're also helping to energize. And the big thing that I like to emphasize with this is about cleaning your environment, because it's amazing to use it to help clean your house, help reduce dust. Again, I have a separate video on this. I have a separate article on this. So just go and look at that and try to understand. It's pretty easy to implement because you can use it in so many different ways. Like I said, for cleaning or with food or as a separate probiotic, you can add it to just about anything. You'll see it mentioned in the fermented cabbage juice video. So just go check it out. And this again is another thing I view as a shield to help protect me from things and maintain balance in my world. So again, moving on, we're getting near the end here. Sunshine and grounding, the sun. I can really go on a long time here. Obviously, when we think of the sun, we think of it as energizing our body, our mind. It feels really good. But it's more than that, because you're producing so much vitamin D, right? I mean, it's the best way to produce vitamin D. And so you're actually feeding the body, you're nourishing the body. It's so good for you. And the sun is fantastic for detoxing. It actually is like antimicrobial, the activity, right? So it's really helping to keep your various biomes in check, because it's not just a gut biome you have. You have a biome in every part of your body, whether it's in your eye or in your nostrils, on the surface of your skin, the different parts of your body, etc. So anyway, one other thing that's really interesting here, when I'm talking about sunshine and grounding, I'm talking about getting your feet on the earth. I repeat this in a lot of different videos. And you see here, I'm showing align the body. Well, guess what? If you spend more time walking barefoot, you're going to improve the alignment, your bone structure. Your feet are incredibly complicated. The muscular structure, the skeletal structure, walking on the uneven natural earth, walking on the sand, walking barefoot anywhere is so good for you. Keeping shoes on all the time is not. And so it can really have an impact on your physical structure, helping you to align the body. So when I say ground yourself, I'm really talking about getting your feet on the earth. There are a lot of tricks we can do for grounding. It gets more complicated. I have some information on that in various videos through the course. You'll see here too, I actually also happen to have a small picture of the moon, and that's to remind me and you that, yeah, the cycles of the moon affect you, moonlight, etc. I'm not going to go into that. I just wanted to put it up here as a quick hint. You'll find that in other materials. Anyway, try to get sunshine. It is more important than you can imagine. And try to get your feet on the earth, because that too is more important than you can imagine. Okay, so we're just about at the end, or we are at the end, and this is mind over matter. Now, I've got articles, I've got videos. I talk about this a lot. The mind is everything. There are so many different ways to help us with the approach of mind over matter or spirituality. There's so many different words. I can't even go into it, depending on your beliefs. Like, Bruce Lipton's book, The Biology of Belief, is fantastic. I would recommend all of his work to anybody. You've heard me talk about the emotion code recently, but there are endless tools. There are just so many. Like, I had the other video recently where I talked about detoxing stress, and I went through all of this stuff. The power of prayer, the power of so many things. All of these are tools that can help you with the whole mind over matter thing, because look, your beliefs shape your reality. That's the way it is. That is the truth. However, our ability to tap into that power is limited, right? So, it's all connected. It's all holistic. So sometimes, in order for you to better tap into the mental side, you first got to clear some toxins, or you first got to nourish yourself better. Or before you can heal yourself with food, perhaps you do have to resolve some stress issues. So you kind of got a chicken and egg thing going on sometimes, but you just approach it from all angles and you will break through, you will heal. These are the things that are most important. These are the fundamental items. Again, just go watch my courses. I have so much free material out there, but it would help you a lot if you just took the course, or if you at least watched the free material, read the free articles, and then especially join my Vitagenics group. It's free to join the group. Be part of a tribe. You're going to see I talk about that in other videos too. I know no man is an island. I know we like to think that, and sure, you can do it, but really we're stronger together. The lone wolf dies, the wolf pack lives on. So, make yourself part of a tribe, part of a good one. Um, it's all connected. We're all connected. You don't exist separate from anything else. That's not reality. Everything is connected. All right. So, anyway, listen, I hope this helps you out. Sorry if this video was too long. I keep trying to make it shorter, and I know I always end up talking too much. But so anyway, for me, look, I'm healthy, I'm healed, I got no issues, but I keep silver, PBX, EM in my life as my shields. I eat right. I follow the Western Price Foundation dietary guidelines. I've got my own versions of those guidelines to make it easy for you. It's in my course. Um, there are so many tools. Just go and tap into them. You will find your road to wellness. Um, and I'll help you if you join me. Okay. Take care. Thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe, and I hope to see you in my group. I hope to see you in my live Q&As, etc. And good luck. Heal, shield, live.